Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another ZD Toys Spider-Man figure unboxing and review video. Now today we are taking a look at Integrated Suit Spidey, based off his appearance in No Way Home. Now, let's be honest, this line had a bit of a shaky start with the black and gold suit. It was too tall, it was completely inaccurate. I'm still pretty curious though to see this one in hand. Now I got mine from toyswonderland.com. Link for that is in the description below. They have installment plans and a points-based reward system. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon and join button so you're notified as soon as a brand new review goes live on the channel. As for the box art, I really like it. Up top a Spider-Man No Way Home logo, down below Spider-Man Integrated Suit. Then front and center, Spidey swinging through the air, showing off his gold web shooters, which actually never appeared in the movie. On the side of the box, Spider-Man Integrated Suit. On the back, a bunch of product shots featuring those web shooters once again, and warnings and legal info. Now if you flip open the front cover, there's no additional artwork, just the figure himself. Like I said in the intro, the black and gold suit wasn't perfect. It had its issues, but overall, it was just okay. As for this guy though, first impressions are, oh no, ZD Toys, what have y'all done? If you don't know what I'm referring to, stay tuned, we're going to get into it in just a second. What we are going to do now though is get all of his accessories laid out in the light box and take a closer look at everything he comes with. Starting off with the display base first, it's done in the usual ZD Toys style. This one though, I really like. The printing is on point, it kind of looks like the integrated suit. Up front it says Spider-Man No Way Home. Then up top we have a multi-jointed flight pole arm plus a spring-loaded waist clamp. We do get some web effects, but ZD Toys, we have a problem. Why are they blue? We've got some shorter ones and some longer ones. Luckily the longer ones are a little bit thicker so they're nice and sturdy. And I do like the way they're pegged into the palm. It's a neat effect and it gets the job done perfectly. But blue? Seriously? They could have been translucent plastic, they could have even been silver or white, but never blue. Unless I'm misremembering something, please let me know in the comments below. Do you know where the blue webs come from? Is it some deep-cut comic reference that I'm not aware of? Cause, yeah, it's definitely not what I was expecting. The weirdness continues. What is going on here? We've got an array of hands from whipping to these kind of wall-crawling weird gripping hands, but why are the designs different? This hand has a ton of that metallic red and texture, whereas this one has the web effects. I don't really know which is the more accurate, but I do not know what is going on over at ZD Toys. You can't include two different designs for the same figure for his hands, it just makes no sense whatsoever. Also, what's going on with this hand? When does Spidey's fingers ever splay out like that? It looks all kinds of goofy. What we are going to do now though is get Integrated Suit Spidey himself out here and take a closer look. Standing straight up and down in the light box, no crazy poses or accessories or anything like that. Let's just cut right to the chase, the elephant in the room. Why is this guy metallic red? ZD Toys, this suit is fabric in the movie. You also have the benefit of being one of the last companies to release your Integrated Suit Spidey. He's got the gold web shooters. And what the heck is with the metallic? It should have been flat red. This figure would have looked really good if you'd just gotten it that little bit closer to what we saw on screen. Now, does it ruin the entire figure? For me, no. I can still see myself using this somewhere in the display, but for a lot of people, I think the metallic red is going to ruin it instantly. In saying that though, the proportions are good. He looks nice and seamless thanks to the hidden articulation that ZD Toys like to use. Is that enough to save the figure? Well, you'll have to let me know down in the comments below. Up close and personal, kicking things off with the head sculpt first. Before we discuss the metallic paint, let's just talk about the sculpt. The detail is really good. There's a ton of texture here, the web lines are fully sculpted in, and the eyes, I think, look decent. The head sculpt shape does look like an actual person in a Spidey mask. The proportions are on point. But in saying that, it's painted in metallic red. ZD Toys, it doesn't matter how good this figure looks, it's wrong. It shouldn't be metallic. In the movie, the suit was the upgraded suit just with the gold spider and the various trimmings, because Doc Ock gives him back the nanoparticles. The suit is fabric. And you'll know this because you added all of this texture throughout. I don't know what went wrong here. Another swing and a miss is this design right here. From a distance, just standing there, okay, the proportions are good. Everything looks almost entirely seamless, but when you start to pose him, because, you know, this is Spidey, he should be able to pull off some crazy Spidey poses, he's slightly more restricted and this gets really ugly. When you move it up, it sticks out, moves out like an Iron Man figure, and he's not wearing an Iron Man suit. This is supposed to be all fabric. So what's the solution? I think ditch this floating piece entirely, sculpt this so it angles down a little more, and add all of this detail to the shoulder ball. That way you can have maximum range of motion and it just looks way better. Because even when it is sitting there, it does stick out just a little down below. It's kinda ugly. If they're playing in the Marvel Legends price point, I reckon they need to look as good and articulate even better if they can justify being in their own unique scale. Now you may be thinking, Justin, what about the web shooters? You haven't ragged on them yet. Yes, don't worry, we're about to address them right now. Now you can actually remove the fists, then slide off the web shooters entirely. Those web shooters weren't there in the movie, so they're not going to be here on my figure either. Now it's completely up to you. If you like them, pop them on. But for me, I'm going to take them off, so even though the suit's metallic, it still looks a little bit more accurate to the movie. For continuity, I've now removed both web shooters. He looks way better. Around the back, we've got a massive gold Spidey symbol that links up over the top of the shoulders to the Spidey symbol around the front. Now, even though this figure isn't perfect, I still kinda like it. The sculpt for the proportions is really good. He looks almost entirely seamless until you start to separate the joints. I like the fact that they've done that, but as I said, I know it's not for everyone. The legs are really nicely textured. You've got panel lines throughout. Then down below, you've got some more painted web lines, and of course, metallic red. A little bit more gold. Then his treads are fully painted, but unfortunately, there's no detail underneath. For a quick side-by-side comparison, here we have the Marvel Legends integrated suit on the right, and the ZD Toys version on the left. Now if I straight up had to pick a winner, I would struggle. I like the proportions and the sculpt work on ZD Toys, but I like the matte red finish and the articulation on Marvel Legends. At the end of the day, it all comes down to what line you're collecting. If you like the bigger size and scale of ZD Toys and you're going down that road, then yes, it's going to work for you. If you're going with Marvel Legends, then no, you really can't use the ZD Toys Spidey in that line. He's far too big. But then again, I guess you can't really say that he scales with ZD Toys figures either, because here we have the ZD43, who is shorter than Spidey. Last time I checked, Spidey's a young lad, and he's shorter than Tony in the suit. Spidey's head is physically bigger than Iron Man's helmet. What the heck is going on here? ZD Toys, please, going forward, get your scaling right. 'Cause for collectors like me, it's super important. Going over articulation, do bear in mind this is my personal copy of the figure, so I'm gonna be a little bit more careful. Starting off with the head sculpt, ball joint at the base of the head, another at the base of the neck, looking forward and back, swivel and pivot side to side. The arms will go up, but I would suggest extending the shoulder pad and the arm out first, going up to there, forward and back, butterfly joint at the shoulder that also hinges up and down. Swivel at the bicep, double bend at the elbow that does get you past 90. And of course, a ball joint for the wrist peg. The torso extends up at the top and also at the bottom, combined going forward to there, going back to there, swivel as well as pivot. The legs do drop down, although not a ton. As you can see, this side is now lower than this one. Going forward to there, going out to there, swivel at the upper thigh, double bend at the knee, double ball peg for the ankle, plus toe articulation. Wrapping up on the ZD Toys integrated suit Spidey from No Way Home. Now going in, I was pretty nervous. The black and gold suit wasn't very good, but this one is the flagship suit from the movie, so I was hoping they'd pull out all the stops, and this one would be a showstopper. Is this figure any good though? Unfortunately, no, not really. Now, that doesn't mean it's terrible. It kind of depends on what you wanted out of this figure going in. If you want an articulation king that can pull off some crazy Spidey poses, then this ain't it. If you want one that can just stand there, have really good proportions, but be bigger than everything else on the shelf, then yes, look no further, this is your Spidey. I do like the sculpt, I like the texture, I like the painted web lines, but why is he metallic red? And why on earth are y'all still going with this stupid shoulder pad armor design? I absolutely loathe it. Again, that doesn't mean this is a terrible figure, I'm sure some people will really like it, but for me, this just isn't my favorite ZD Toys figure. I'm hoping that going forward they can make tweaks and adjustments and changes and their Spider-Man figures can eventually be as good as their Iron Man figures, but right now, today is not that day. Now, I got mine from toyswonderland.com. Link for that is in the description below. They have installment plans and a points-based reward system. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button if you like the sound of seeing your name in the end credits of my reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.